Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Brad Sugden. It is going to be cold out there as we go into the weekend, starting off in the morning, so we'll take a look at your hot coffee forecast. I used to do this on TV all the time, it's super fun. With lows starting off in the lower 40s, I say go for the extra large, get your day going, because it's going to be below average for a summer where we haven't really had many nights that were below average, so it is going to feel pretty chilly out there. Definitely go for the extra large. Again, hot coffee, you are not going to regret it. But something that I do want to show you here is we're going to start in the Upper Peninsula, and this is the look at the low temperatures into your Saturday morning. Widespread 40s and 50s out there. 50s, of course, being more along the lake shore, like Marquette, because the water is still pretty warm. Yes, even Lake Superior has warm water this time of the year. We'll post about that in a totally different post, though, but there's a lot to talk about with Great Lakes water temperatures. Now, look at the highs today, though. We're talking 50s. When you get to the eastern part of the Upper Peninsula, we might only be stuck in the upper 40s. So it is going to be a very chilly day, decent breeze out there, not necessarily windy, but where we do get down into those 40s, we could be talking about a little bit of a wind chill, believe it or not. Here are the low temperatures for your Saturday morning across the Lower Peninsula. We're going to have widespread 40s out there. Some of us, again, might hang on to about 50. Lakeshore areas, you'll be luckier because the warm water will keep you a little bit warmer. Saturday high temperatures, it's going to be a struggle for anyone in the state of Michigan to hit 60 degrees. I think we'll have some 60s to 62s down to the south, but wow, it is going to be a chilly, chilly day out there. And then let's go one more night ahead. So we're talking Saturday night into Sunday. Look at this, widespread lower 40s out there, and the possibility for some upper 30s. And see those little orange blotches off to the north by the highway system there? That's actually Higgins Lake, Houghton Lake, and Burton Mullet Lake a little further off to the north. The model's even picking up on those warm water temperatures. That's how cold it's going to be when it's not supposed to be this cold yet. Now, we are going to have the possibility for lake effect rain, especially as we go throughout the day on Saturday, but this is actually 3 o'clock in the morning overnight tonight. And the reason I'm showing you this is because we have a good possibility for those areas of yellow and orange to develop possible water spouts overnight tonight. Not the same thing as a tornado, but they can obviously have some pretty strong winds. So most of them usually stay out in the lake. Some can come ashore, of course, but you really lose the dynamics when that happens. You need the warm water rising with the heat rising for that to really take effect. That's why they don't come on shore too often, but still something to watch out for there. Might even have some of them around sunset tonight and sunrise first thing into your Saturday. Later into Saturday itself here, you notice that possibility is still there. Couple water spouts possible on Lake Huron, as well as even Lake Michigan, just a little bit of a smaller chance. Here's a look at the lake effect cloud cover. So the clouds are indicated by blue here, which might seem a little backwards, but the blue stripes over Lake Michigan and the blue across northern lower, the thumb, and Lake Huron, that's all cloud cover. And again, a lot of it's going to be due to lake effect. Upper Peninsula, didn't forget about you. You're still going to have your lake effect cloud cover up there as well. And notice this is set at 6 o'clock in the morning for your Saturday morning. A little bit of lake effect rain that's going to be likely as well. Now, this is a little shocking. Yeah, this says 80s out there, but this is actually for Tuesday. So we're going to have our little dip in temperatures, or I guess big short-term dip in temperatures, but then we're going right back up to like 80 degrees. So it's going to be pretty warm out there yet again. And this is for the Lower Peninsula ending Tuesday evening, where we're also going to have widespread 80s moving back into the picture. So this is what it looks like now over the Great Lakes, a huge blob of below average temperatures. This is indicating about 10 to 15 degrees below normal. And then by Tuesday, which those days where I just showed you will be slightly above average. Again, nothing to really write home about there. But then we're looking at some major September heat building in, or at least well above average for a prolonged period of time. This is going into next weekend where we could be 10 to 15 degrees above average, which means we might just kind of hold on to the lower 80s out there for kind of quite a bit of time. So I hope you enjoyed this forecast. We're going to do a lot more fun things like this coming up in the future with a lot more of these video forecasts. I do want to point out Patreon really quick, as well as Facebook. I have subscriptions available, and that's where a lot of the longer form content is going to be living from now on, which means an in-depth forecast. I'm going to break it down by regions even. We'll have the Upper Peninsula, Northern Lower, we'll have the Thumb in mid-Michigan, West Michigan, and then Southeast Michigan down by Detroit. So we'll break down the 7-day forecast for you in those kind of formats. Also, you see the $5 a month thing next to Patreon. That's for educational pieces and videos, and those will be on YouTube as well, but also the articles on climate. There's a lot of climate stuff going on out there. Fall is the fastest warming season in Michigan. Winter, obviously, last week we had like 2 weeks of winter, right? So there's a lot to talk about in that, and I'll drill it down, and we're going to make it impact, like how it impacts your day, basically. So support me there. These are great. I'm getting great reviews on all of them, especially Patreon, because if you get the app on your phone, it just sends a little notification to the top every time I post. So you don't have to worry about looking for it on Facebook or missing it or not getting your money's worth or anything like that. So again, this is the way of the future. I've left television. Almost all my friends are leaving television as well. We need to fill the digital space with reputable weather coverage from meteorologists. And again, I'm certified by the American Meteorological Society, which was a panel of my peers across the United States. So kind of, know what I'm talking about. But again, this is just going to ramp up as we get into winter. You know how the snow forecast goes. You know how hyped up they can be. I will drill it down. I will make it so you understand it without the hype. We don't need to hype snow here. Everyone loses their minds anyway. So again, just, it's pretty easy, and we'll keep you all updated. Again, please subscribe, Facebook, Patreon, whatever is up your alley. And if you know any sponsors that want to sponsor content, send them my way. I'll be reaching out to some businesses that I think will benefit them a lot as well. So thanks for tuning in. Grab that extra large coffee and have a good weekend. And don't forget, subscribe, because I have a list of content that's going to be coming out in the next couple of days.